Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Two Bros Talking Ball.
We are live right now. We're gonna be telling y'all about some good games we got going on this week.
We have five games. We have five games to talk about today. Game number one: Texas at Ohio State. The game. This might very well be the game of the weekend.
You know, I've been excited for this one a lot. I am really, really excited to see what this Texas offense can do. Is Arch going to live up?
That's the question.
Is Arch going to live up?
This is gonna be a good game. It has Ohio State is favored by 1.5. I think it's because it's in the horseshoe, and because Ohio State is the defending national champs. But I don't know. Texas defense is reloaded. They probably have probably the best players. Okay, Ohio State has Caleb Downs, the best safety in college football, hands down, bar none. But they got Texas linebackers at Anthony Hill Jr. Dog. He might be one of the best linebackers in college football. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. I do not think it's going to be high scoring at all. We have two. Okay, Arch played started 3 games last year,
but they were against unranked teams. Nothing.
That's kind of the thing is they didn't really play anybody.
Yeah, so he did have a 60-yard pass last year, a 50-yard pass, and I think a 50 or 60-yard run in one of those games. First player to do that since I think 1990 something, which is good. Once again, you got to remember unranked.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, if you look at the other side, Ohio State, they probably have the two best players in the country. Jeremiah Smith, arguably the best receiver in college football, hands down. And then on the defensive side, Caleb Downs, safety. Do-it-all gadget guy for Ohio State on that defense. But they're returning like nobody from that defense from last year, which was ridiculous. I think they had 7, 8 defensive players drafted last year.
Yeah, which shows you truly how good they were. If they got 7, 8 guys going to the NFL,
they're gonna have to replace a lot of production on that defense. But they're starting a true. Is he a true freshman or just a freshman quarterback in Julian Sang?
I think he's true freshman.
Like your first game, you're going to get up against Texas, the number 1 overall team in the country.
Yeah, but it's going to be a real David and Goliath on that side of the quarterback battle, in my opinion. You know, I feel like either way, this is going to be a pretty good game to watch. Once I agree with Colin, I don't think it's going to be very high scoring with two powerful defenses going against each other.
Let's just also, you look at Ohio State's. They have a new defensive coordinator, a new offensive coordinator, a new quarterback. Yes, they have Ryan Day still, who is a great coach, and he's an offensive mastermind with quarterbacks. But I don't know. Starting Julian Sang, I think it's the right pick. Don't get me wrong, but you're asking the quarterback, hey, all right, your first start, you're going against number 1 overall team in Texas. Yes, you're at home, but dude, that's still Texas.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot this week. First couple weeks for any team, doesn't matter who you are, they're going to be real learning weeks for you. You know,
you're not going to be king.
You're not going to be game ready. Week 0, week 1. I think probably week 3 is when teams will start really hitting their strides. This week 1 matchup, though, I mean, this is going to be.
It's gonna be a barn burner.
Yeah,
you're gonna wake up early and you're gonna watch this game.
Yeah, this one it's gonna be a fun watch. I think this is probably one side from the Oregon game I'm most excited to watch this week. Once again, reiterating, big Oregon fan. But yeah, I mean, this one has been on my mind pretty much all week. So
yeah, it's gonna be. There's so many questions that I've had in the offseason. Like, yes, Arch is good. He sat behind Quinn Ewers for 2 years, you know. But is he going to live to the hype?
Is he making that next step? That's a big question. I think that's a question that's not going to be answered this week, but I think first couple weeks is going to give us a pretty good setup on where he's going to end up.
I'm I'm very excited. I hope Arch, balls out because I mean he has everything. Like both these quarterbacks have everything around them they need to succeed. Like you give Julian Sane, Jeremiah Smith. I mean you give him the best receiver in the country, and then, but Arch you give him. He has strike seasons on the plays. He has like he just has dudes everywhere around the field. Both of them do. It's like
And difference is freshman versus a guy who's been in that program for a while. Same thing we had last week. Um, you got a guy who knows the program well.
yeah,
Just you're you're going to be hard pressed being a freshman or true freshman, whichever one you are, to compete with that realistically.
yeah. I just first of all, can I just say we made it through the off season. Like yeah, we had week 0 last week, but like come on, it's not week 1. But hey, we all made it. Round of applause for each other. Round of applause for ourselves. But yeah, you have a pick in this game?
Due to the simple fact, true freshman. I don't like Ryan Day anyways. He did spank my Oregon team last year.
Okay, as you say, do you not like him because he dicked on Oregon in the playoff? Is that why?
He did indeed do that. Don't want to discuss that anymore. But yeah, I mean, just give me Texas. I feel like once again this is going to be a good setup for them. This is going to show who they're going to be this year. I mean, not mostly just who Arch is going to be. Is he going to live up to that Manning last name?
You know that I think he's number 1 in the Heisman right now.
I think he's number 1 in the Heisman, which is insane.
Okay, like part of it is name, 100%. You slap that last name Manning on the end of it, and it's gonna do numbers. It's gonna bring the hype. It's gonna be everything.
That's the same problem I have with Deion.
Yeah,
it's a name you got to live up to.
Well, I mean, like we're gonna find out. 9 a.m. kickoff on Fox. Texas.
Who are you thinking? What's your pick?
I don't know. Just like you have Julian Sane, who like apparently they compared this quarterback battle this year between the Joe Burrow and was it Cardale Jones? No, it was another quarterback, but who was the quarterback that won threw for like 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and they're saying Julian Sane's like that. And he's throwing to the best receiver in the country. And I'm going to pick Texas. I'm going to take Texas to cover, obviously, just because of the defense. I like Texas' defense more. And Arch just he's just like they're like neck and neck, but he just has that much more experience, and I think Arch gets it done.
Yeah, I agree with that fully. I think that this is Arch's game to lose. Realistically, this is Texas' game to lose. This is week 1. Great week for this.
Oh, perfect. I mean, it's a rematch of the playoffs from last year, the semifinals, where it came down to 2 plays last year. It came down to right before the end of the first half. It came down to TreVeyon Henderson's 75-yard screenplay touchdown, and then the strip 6 that Jack Sawyer took to the house off of Quinn Ewers. And like, if you think about it, Texas doesn't have both those players this year, but they also, I mean, they're a team just like Texas that instead of having to regroup and rebuild, they just reload. But we're both taking Texas, and we're both taking Texas to cover, obviously, because Texas would cover a spread that they're losing.
Yep.
It's hot.
We're adjusting here. I don't know if you guys can tell. New setup. We're doing things a little differently. Setup a little different. Please leave comments on if you like this or if you like the old way better.
Game number 2. Whoops. Alabama at Florida State. Realistically, I mean, this shouldn't be a good game. I mean, Alabama should steamroll Florida State, especially based on how they played last year or performed last year. However, this is drawing a lot of attention because of Tommy Castellano's comments in the offseason. He is stirring the pot against, just yapping his mouth all offseason about how this isn't the same Alabama team. They don't Nick Saban to save him anymore. That's a lot of bargain. It's still Alabama, and you're still Florida State.
Yeah, Bama, they just top program for such a long time, and I mean, even when they're bad, they're good. At least past few years.
I mean, think about it. It was a disappointing year for them last year. They went 9-3, 9-4.
Yeah.
I mean,
which crazy thing that would be disappointing.
That must be so hard.
Yeah.
No. I mean, okay, realistically, Alabama's going to win. Okay, now Florida State's going to win. But, I mean, realistically, think about it. Alabama, Alabama, it's Alabama. Like, obviously, it's a brand name. Like, it's the brand that's carrying them. But I like Kalen DeBoer. I mean, yeah, he might have beat my Oregon team 3 straight times in a row, but he's a good coach. I mean, they went to the championship for a reason. And fuck, that was a stutter and a half.
Yeah, it's all right. That happens the best of us.
What am I trying to say? We can try to figure it out later.
Once again, this is just a setup for us. We're trying to figure out what's going to work, what isn't. There's going to be adjustments as this goes on. Hopefully, by college football playoffs, we'll have this down to a science, give you the highest quality program that we can.
I hope we have it down by the fucking playoffs.
We will have it down by the playoffs. That is
like 15 weeks, 12 weeks from now.
For Steve, we're doing it just for Steve. We're going to have it down for you.
But Alabama, they have a new offensive coordinator. They have Ryan Grubb back, who, whenever him and DeBoer together, absolutely phenomenal. They went to the playoffs. They went to the championship together. They went like 11-2 the first year at Washington together, and I think they were at Fresno State together as well. They just produce quarterbacks, and they just win together. They're a good combination.
Good chemistry. That's what you always need. I mean, any point of your program, any point of any program, really. If you have chemistry to start, that's going to get you a lot of places. Whether that's coaching staff, players, coaching staff, and players. There's a lot to like about that combo there. There's just a lot to like about Bama too. In comparison. Once again, to me, this feels like this is Bama's game to lose. I know we already said that about Texas, but reiterate,
I think last year Bama struggled because DeBoer likes quarterbacks who are able to throw the ball. And Milroe can, but he's more. I think he's more comfortable and better when he's running the football. I mean, against LSU last year, I think he had like four rushing touchdowns, and that's just not the quarterbacks DeBoer likes. He likes. Think of Michael Penix. He threw in the 3-headed monsters of Odunze, McMillan, and
the third guy.
They were unstoppable. Yeah. That's the quarterbacks that Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb like to have, and I think they have that in Ty Simpson. I think Bama's going to bounce back this year after a disappointing 9-4 season they had last year.
Yeah, but I'm thinking an 11 and better season. 11 games, that is, and better season. There's not much on the schedule that I dislike for them. There's a lot to like about this team. There's a lot of combos I like, a lot of things that make you wonder, like, what's the ceiling, what's the floor for them? They can't have anything less than 9, obviously, just because historical program.
I think, yeah. Think about it this way. Nick Saban had 1 9-win season. That was his first year. Or I don't think Let me rephrase that. Nick Saban coached from like 2007 at Alabama or 2009 or something till 2023, 2024. He won less than 10 games once, and that was his very first year. So I think it should have taken adjusting. Like last year was adjusting for Alabama fans because of only winning 9. But the reason we want to talk about this game is just because of the buzz it's creating. I mean, Florida State went 2-10 last year after being ranked in the top 10 in the country. And
disappointing to say the least.
Yeah, it was abysmal. It was horrible, bad. It was think of the worst thing that ever happened to a football team, and then Florida State somehow like beat it with the worst thing ever. It was just that bad. But I mean, they bring in Tommy Castellanos from I know this Boston College, and they added a lot more transfers around, you know. But I don't like them trying to fix problems with transfers because what's his name? Mike Norvell is not known for recruiting very well down in Florida State, and I think he's been there for 5 years. They went sub 500 for 3 of them. So I'm just
clock's a ticking. You guys got to start winning, and not a good start.
What's gonna make this year different? Because you have Tommy Castellanos saying, "Oh, they have me now." Okay, he got benched at Boston College. I mean, we'll see, but no, I just thought it'd be fun to talk about it because Tommy Castellanos running his mouth literally to the giant of college football, Alabama.
Yeah, David and Goliath situation really for him. I don't think they can do it though. I mean, there's Florida State doesn't have anything for him. Florida State, there's nothing.
The question is more of it's not is Alabama going to win? It's going to be like, is Alabama going to cover or not? Type of question. So, I think they do. I am curious though. Like, there's got to be a reason he's talking about it. There's got to be a reason he's running his mouth about it. I mean, I don't know if he's just confident, overconfident, but you got like a laser like pointing at me. It's a little distracting.
I'm gonna see if this is a little better audio quality, closer to my face.
I like Bama, and I think Bama covers. But it's gonna be really interesting because all this talk about like SEC's this, SEC's that. What happens if Florida State does come in or does beat Alabama? I don't think it'll happen, but I think we both like Alabama. Do you like them cover?
Yep.
All right, so we have Alabama covering. All right, hold on. Let me.
Wow.
I should probably write this stuff down, huh? So
2 straight where we both like the same thing. Last week, I don't think we liked anything more than once.
Did you have? We had Texas.
Yeah, we both had Texas, and we both had them covering.
Obviously. So Bama is 14.5. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's actually a really big line to cover. So basically, they have to win by 15 points or more to cover the spread.
Yeah, which I could see that happening all day. Tommy, it ain't your week, buddy. It ain't your week.
If I was Kalen DeBoer, I'm sitting there, and all I'm doing in the locker room is I'm posting prints of the quotes that he's saying, taping him on the whiteboard, and say, "Hey, no game plan. You see this shit?
Playing with the vengeance this week.
All right, get it done." I mean that's all it is. All right.
Now for the most exciting one.
Game 3. Okay. I know we said Texas at Ohio State might be the best game, but the battle for Death Valley right here is going to be Death Valley and Clemson, South Carolina is going to be rocking.
LSU once again historic program.
Well, so is Clemson. Clemson won a championship.
Yeah, I know. The history at LSU.
I was gonna say Clemson won a championship more recent than LSU, but that's not true at all. LSU won one in 2019.
Oh yeah, they did. With
the Joe Shiesty. All right, LSU fans, your chances are not good here. History has not been on your side with Brian Kelly in Week 1 games. He's lost 4 straight. That's not good. And you're going to Clemson, where Clemson is returning damn near everybody on that team from last year who lost to Texas by 14, who actually played them pretty good.
Great fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like Clemson this year. They got Cade Klubnik. They got Peter Wood, dog on that defensive side. They got cornerback. Clemson just has dudes up, down, left, and right on that field for this team this year, with a super veteran quarterback in Cade Klubnik coming back, and I think they're bringing back the offensive coordinator. I mean, obviously Dabo Swinney's still there, and the Cade Klubnik for like their 3rd or 4th year together. That's a good trio to have to keep around.
Yeah, once again, for me, every week the big thing is quarterback play. You got a guy, Klubnik, knows program well. I mean, it's hard to beat that, especially someone who's really proven himself. I mean, he's doing pretty good for Heisman for a while.
Last year was a little shaky, but I think he's 2nd or 3rd or 4th in the Heisman this year.
Yeah,
obviously, I mean, like, rightly so, because he's gonna produce this year. Supposedly he's gonna produce. He has all the experience. He has. I mean, Dabo knows how to build a football team, and so he does it differently though. I mean, obviously he doesn't use the transfer portal because God forbid we use the transfer portal, but he uses. I mean, they recruit, and they recruit pretty good at Clemson. This year's team is so veteran everywhere. It's because it's team. They haven't brought in any transfers, so it's. I mean, I think they actually have started to, but it's all dudes that have been there 3, 4, 5 years. So they're completely veteran around the team. I think this year they could be very similar to Ohio State last year. I mean,
that's not ridiculous. Not ridiculous to say that.
If you think about it, like, okay, I don't know what their schedule looks like in conference play, but if like say they have 2 really hard non-conference games. They play LSU, and then they end the season with South Carolina. That's 2 top. I mean, not top, but top 4, 5, 6 teams in the SEC. Not going to be easy. Obviously, Clemson lost to South Carolina last year, but if they say they go 10-2, they lose those 2 games and run conference. Why they're going to be in the playoffs, and who says they can't get hot like Ohio State did?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's gonna be a question of how and when can you stop them. You can't let them run with it. If you're playing them, you gotta know you gotta stop it early. You gotta kill any sort of thing they have going on for themselves. Otherwise they're gonna run away with it. I mean, they have the skills to. They got the people to. You're gonna be hard pressed to beat them. I mean, really, if you're not gonna slow them down right from the start, you'll let them get hot.
I really like the defense that they have. It's veteran. They have Peter Wood coming back on the end. Like they just have, like, I'll say it again. They got dudes. They got dogs on the defense. But it's flip it to the other side. LSU. It is tough because they have. Granted, they have Brian Kelly, who I don't know if I'm entirely sold on Brian Kelly.
Really?
He left Notre Dame to coach LSU because they have a better opportunity to win. Who's been in a championship game recently? Notre Dame. Which program has elevated since the head coach left and got there? Notre Dame.
I feel like I'm a little more sold on him than you might be. I'm just really surprised to hear that from you. I thought for sure that
Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I thought.
No, Brian Kelly has done nothing at LSU.
Yeah, but he's a proven guy.
He made it to the championship once.
That's still a championship more than some other teams.
Is Mark Helfrich a proven guy because he went to the championship once?
No, but hear me out. He's a guy. He knows a lot. He knows how to get just about everything done. I think.
But he hasn't because he's lost 4 straight season openers.
Yes,
Three straight season openers, I think, actually, because he lost to Florida State twice and LSU.
Yes, but
And they get their ass wiped any good game that they play. They should have lost to South Carolina last year if it wasn't for a horrible call.
still dub.
Oh, don't give me that.
Still taking dubs home.
Still a dub.
Still a
Don't.
dub. Anything still a dub. I'm
Don't
sold.
give me
I think that he's going to produce. I think that he's going to turn around a lot.
I'll give him that. He's got. I mean, he's bringing Garrett Nussmeier back. No, is that name?
I think
it's his name. Yeah. But I mean, like he's a good quarterback. I mean, it's just like, I mean, they have a top 2-3 transfer portal class coming in this year, which, I mean, like, should be good. But like the problem is you're trying to throw a team together, and they have spring ball, fall ball, and then here you can play week 1 together, versus Clemson, who is just bringing everybody back basically. It's I like Clemson in this situation.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm still taking Clemson. I'll take Clemson, but I do think that Clemson cannot fall asleep against the LSU team. I think that
I'm not saying that.
Clemson gets hot right off the bat, it's gonna be runaway, just like it will be the rest of the season.
Clemson is or LSU is a good team. They'll be a good team this year. I don't think, for me, is if they don't make the playoffs this year, Brian Kelly's on the hot seat next year, because you can't leave Notre Dame, a program where you can't build a good enough team, and then have Notre Dame make the playoff last year, or make the championship last year, where LSU has not sniffed the playoffs.
Yes,
that's it for me. It's like, Brian Kelly's won, I think like 8 or 9 games every year, but I mean, you lose to LSU, you lose to Georgia, you lose to Alabama, you lose. They lost to Alabama like 42-6 last year. Against that same Alabama team that lost like 24-3 or 24-6 against Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma lost to like Army or Navy in their bowl game. Who can't throw a forward pass?
Yeah, but Smash Mouth football win you games.
Oh my! Smash Mouth football does not win you games.
Look, no. There's been proven several times.
Okay, Smash Mouth football should not win you games against Power 4 conferences.
It could.
Oh my God! Get out of here with that. No.
No, honestly, I mean, Clemson should have this one. I think that LSU will put up a little bit of a fight. I just think
it's going to be a good game. 4:30 ESPN. I think I would feel differently if it was in Baton Rouge, but it's at Clemson. Clemson's going to be rocking. Yeah. Clemson gets after it, especially with the expectation they have this year. They're going to be good this year. Expect Clemson to get the top, I think, 5 seed in the playoff this year. Expect LSU to be fucking watching this shit from the couch.
I had them between 6 and 8, and LSU is not going to sniff super close.
No.
Once again, I hope for big things for them. I hope that the Tigers can get back to what they were doing. But
if LSU, I mean, I think it's playoff or bust this year for LSU, in my opinion. If LSU doesn't make the playoffs, it might be time to tell Brian Kelly, hey, you better get it done this year, but you're seeing the door.
Cool thing about it, even if they get rid of Kelly, he's gonna land on his feet.
I think he'll find a new job somewhere. I mean, obviously, like for sure, easily, but it's tough. I'm not sold on Brian Kelly. There's so much proven stuff to not be entirely sold on him.
Yeah. Once again, I really do understand.
Okay. Think about this way though. This game right here. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Dallas Swinney or Brian Kelly?
You want my answer to that?
You're gonna say Brian Kelly?
Nah, I was playing.
I was gonna say I would take him over a lot of coaches, Brian Kelly, that is, but not over Dabo. Not this year anyway.
No.
Dabo's kind of got his swagger back a little bit.
Yeah.
He's feeling himself with this team this year, which I respect.
Kelly he's good. Don't get me wrong. I think that he's gonna have a little back forth to play with. He's gonna have to. Once again, if he doesn't figure it out this year, he might be put on the hot seat. Good news for him. He's gonna land on his feet. There's plenty of other programs who would love to have him there.
See, even Drevel agrees with me that he would rather have Dabo.
Drevel's right.
I mean, we'll find out tomorrow night, 4:30. Who I think Clemson wins. I think LSU might cover. It's gonna be a great game. Don't get me wrong. I think say it's 28-27 and or say like 28-27 final, or 28-28 game winning field goal. Like, also I think if you think of it that way, I partially trust Katie Klubnik more than Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. I think that they're gonna have a touchdown between them. Give me Clemson. I'm gonna take. Yeah, they're gonna have them by more than 4. I'm gonna say that
You think
a touchdown's gonna separate them.
You think Clemson covers, or you think Clemson covers?
Clemson's gonna cover it. See,
Okay.
This is where we start disagreeing on the
Okay.
night. We had 2 in a row. We can't get to 3.
We both pick Clemson, but I take LSU to cover, and you take Clemson to cover.
I take Clemson to cover, and put it down right now. By Teddy. I'm gonna say last 2 minutes 50 seconds. They're gonna pull out a scheme. Dabo's gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat. Good night. That being said,
okay, so
don't hate
in that
LSU.
situation, are you having? Is it tie ball game or?
No.
Okay, I guess it like. I could see Clemson covering if it's tie ball game, touchdown winning game, but you take Clemson to cover as well.
Drevel.
Maybe I don't know ball. Maybe I don't know ball.
Smart.
But I don't think you know ball either. I paid on these last fucking picks I looked at.
Look, we do our best out here. We don't judge.
Yeah, if I looked at these, I missed one of them so far. But anyway, all right. So we both play Clemson to win. I take LSU to cover. He takes Clemson to cover. Game number 4, the big one on Sunday night. The championship runners-up, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Fun fact: Shane Gillis is on the IR because he was tailgating before the game. So I don't know if Clemson's gonna be able to recover, or Notre Dame will be able to recover from that situation. But
I also heard that they're replacing all the Gatorade with tomato soup for the grilled cheeses. So
where you get that cheese, Danny?
Where did you get that cheese, Danny?
Notre Dame at Miami. Notre Dame's a 2.5-point favorite. I was surprised to see it this low.
Yeah, I really thought that it would be a lot. I was thinking, 4.5, 5, really.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember what Notre Dame was. I think they might be 5, 6.
Yeah. Either way, very, very good.
Yeah. See, they took your bet. They took your bet on Mariota passing yards, and he was under by 4.
Okay. Well, okay. Hear me out. Mahomes left early, so Rayola turned into Crayola. He started eating crayons on the sidelines.
Rayola
turned into Crayola. Started eating crayons on the sideline.
Fun fact: I watched the first half.
Mahomes got so much cover. Borderline like what they do with Taylor Swift. Borderline unwatchable. I'm like, okay, we get it. He's here. He's also on the field, but he's here.
Okay. That I talked about last night with the wife as well. It's like, okay, so it was watching the game. Oh, there's a break in it. Let's go to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Taylor Swift. Oh, there's the newlyweds. You guaranteed over 250. He was 7 yards short. I took him as well, and then I regretted it.
Okay.
He got 243, and I needed
Hear me out, though.
247.
Mahomes staying the whole time. He would have got that 7 yards at least. So this is not my fault. This is Patrick Mahomes' fault. Patrick Mahomes equals not good. He's got to be there for Rayola to play, apparently. coverage on him is crazy, though. It's just everything. All right, and they ran the ball. Okay, and here's Patrick Mahomes. All right, back. And defense talked about, and here's Patrick Mahomes. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, wonder if Patrick Mahomes showed up. They caught him leaving too, like, they sounded distraught, like, there goes Patrick Mahomes. We don't know if he's going to be back.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm happy that Kelsey and Twitch are, like, happy and love and engaged and stuff.
Once
But
again, nothing but respect to him for the most part.
I'm watching college football. I don't need to see it all the time. Let me know about it in 2 weeks when they play. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, I just think it really sucks when you're a respectful program like Nebraska and you're being overshadowed by 3 people in the building, especially when like we talked about last week, which, by the way, very good, very close game for a pretty good portion of it there.
It was a really good game.
Yeah, very good game for a very good portion of it. For that to happen right there, it rubs me the wrong way. I feel like they should be prioritizing people on the field instead of, oh my God, here's celebrities. That's not what I'm watching the game for. I'm watching the game, see the men on the field play. I'm watching the game myself. I like the stats. I like sports betting. I took that 252. A little upset about that one. I think we're saving full recaps for a little later, so we will get into that.
Yeah, let's get back. Let's actually get back and talk about the game here. I have more questions about Miami than I do Notre Dame. I mean, okay, so Miami has Carson Beck. Is he healthy? Is he going to play? Can he throw a football? I have no idea.
I don't think the outcome's good. I mean, recovering from an injury, especially at that caliber.
So you're right. If anyone that doesn't know, in the SEC championship game, he tore a ligament in his elbow or
on his throwing something
arm. On his right elbow, his throwing arm, and he missed. He missed the entire playoffs. He was out, and so now the question is, after a surgery, is he able to throw the football? I don't know.
I'm gonna sound like a boomer saying it, but younger guy, I think that he has a chance too. But once again, this early, he's been throwing all off season. I've seen pictures of. I've seen how he's been recovering so far.
Hopefully, he wasn't on Snapchat.
Hopefully, he was not on Snapchat. Very bad news if he was. But I mean, just that recovery time. I don't think it's enough for that big of an injury. I think he's gonna be very sore coming into this. I think they're gonna rely a lot on that ground game to get started.
Okay, Mario Cristobal. I can guarantee you one thing. I can guarantee you 2 things about Cristobal teams. The offensive line is going to be great, and they're going to be able to run the football.
For Mr. Cristobal, if you end up seeing this, I have 2 things I would love to show you, and they are not thumbs. Just know that they are not thumbs. It's all right though. In the end, Oregon got a competent coach. So go have fun at the second best Ducks.
Have fun at Miami. Have fun at the Hurricanes. We're such dickheads.
Yeah, no, I just getting that run game going is going to be a big thing for him. Trying to get him on little throws here. I don't think they're going to go big with him at all for at least 3 weeks.
They'll warm him up. That's
what I'm saying.
I'm worried because you don't have Cam Ward to save you this year. Cam Ward is the reason that they went whatever they went 7-0 or whatever to start the season. Ouch. It hurts us in the heart what he did to us.
Yeah.
Stabbed us right here in the chest. But I do think Miami's deep. Okay, so Cam Ward had to put literally the Superman cape on to make sure they won every game.
Which, by the way, great job by him. I have nothing but respect for Cam Ward.
But the problem was he had to do it because his defense was horrible. His defense couldn't stop a nosebleed with a tampon, and that's a problem. That was a problem. But I think this year they brought in a new defensive coordinator. They brought in they overhauled it. They brought in a new defensive coordinator. They brought in a new the defensive players to fill the spots that they need, and it's going to need to be better because I don't know how much the offense is going to be able to do much. I think Carson Beck will be good for them. He's just a completely different quarterback than what Cam Ward is this year. He's not going to create as much as Cam Ward did, and Miami. How healthy is Cam Ward? Is the question. No, not Cam Ward. Yeah. Carson Beck.
My thoughts on it are Cam Ward. That is a substantial injury that you have taken. I feel very bad for you. I'm very sorry that happened. I just think that coming back off of that, teams are going to exploit to no end the run game situation because they're going to force you to use your arm. They're going to force you to get out there and throw on that arm, even if it's not ready. Which, once again, that is a long recovery for an injury of that kind. I mean, on your throwing elbow too, of all things, you're not going to come back the same from that. I don't care what anyone says; you never come back the same from that. Even throwing all off season, I don't like the fact that he's not going to be the same. I mean, you're taking not really a chance. He's proven. I just think that you're relying on a run game that you don't know that much about because they're going to force everything back as far as they can. They're going to be set up for the run on every single play, especially that Notre Dame team.
Yeah, Notre Dame's defense. I don't know if they'll go to the tactic, but I'm sure to figure it out, the defense will line up they'll dare Carson Beck to throw. Yeah. They'll pressure him because he's not immobile, but he's not mobile.
Yeah.
So they'll pressure. They're
gonna want him to. They're gonna pressure him. They're gonna want him to try and roll out and throw off that arm, especially back foot. They're gonna try to get him to launch it.
They're gonna like basically say like, all right, you had elbow surgery. Let's see how well you can throw the football. But also on the other side, Notre Dame defense, they're good enough to handle that situation. I like Marcus Freeman a lot. He's gonna have a great game plan. They're also gonna have the dudes up front to handle Miami's offensive line. Notre Dame has just got dudes, or should I say dogs. They have my Notre Dame is bringing Jeremiah Love back, who 30,000 foot view might end up in New York to win the Heisman. That's where that award is given, by the way. He last year he wasn't 100% healthy in the year and in the playoffs. You could kind of see that he didn't look like himself, but yeah, he has that off season to get lower body healthy, and he might be the best running back in the country. I can't really think of anyone that'd be better.
Yeah, I'm really poised to agree with you on that one. I feel like that a lot of talent's really gone now. A lot of that talent's in the NFL. This year, it's going to be a lot of guys proving themselves from plenty of programs. His thing is, can he come back? Can he come back better? I don't think it's quite as substantial as what Beck's dealing with, but there also is going to be questions, too, of how much can you rely on every person on this field? When you got questions of quarterback, and then flip side, you got questions of running back, and what are you able to do? What is going to work out the best? What is going to be something that is not only livable, but what you need as a program? There's a lot of questions about a lot of things on that side, and it's not their game either
Miami?
way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. For Miami, by the way.
For Miami. Yeah, sorry. Forgot to preface with that. Notre Dame, I feel like they got a lot of stuff. That's why I was surprised that it's only a 2.5 spread or 2.5.
Well, it's also Notre Dame's coming back off of appearing in the championship. They just played the national championship. I don't know,
6 months ago.
Yeah, like 6-7 months ago. I mean, yes, they have to replace Riley Leonard and a lot on the defense, a lot on the offense, but I mean, Marcus Freeman's building a powerhouse out there in Notre Dame.
Definitely a team to keep an eye out for. I mean, it's why they're ranked 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're ranked 6, and I mean, it's hard to tell because they don't play in a conference. They're independent, so I mean, but they play Miami, they'll play Texas A&M, but the rest is kind of. I mean, it's not like horrible schedule, but it's definitely not the hardest.
Yeah, it's not a loaded schedule. There's teams with a lot harder ones out there.
Notre Dame should honestly make the playoff every year. If they don't, then it's kind of a disappointment. Especially since we're 12 teams, possibly 16 next year. It might go to 24, 28 3 years from now. I don't know, but I like Notre Dame, and I like Notre Dame to cover. I don't trust Cristobal in big games and in big moments. I've learned personally and by watching. He was a game away from making the ACC championship and playoff last year, and he was up 21-0, and they lost to Syracuse. Yeah, I don't trust Cristobal until he proves it. So I'm taking Notre Dame. I'm taking Notre Dame to cover.
Yeah, I feel like I really agree with that one. There's too many questions. There's too many unanswered on this one. Injuries, that big concern for me. Cristobal in big moments, big concern for me, especially going in knowing that Notre Dame, they're here to win. They're here to fight. They're going to shove it down your throat if they can. They are going to. They're going to run away with it if you let them. If you're not willing to really put in that big of a fight, it's over for you.
If you wonder why we keep looking over here, we're watching the Georgia Tech Colorado game. It's tied 13-all, with about 6 minutes to go in the third.
By the way, Deion still sucks.
By the way, Georgia Tech and Colorado tied. All right, so what are you picking? I'm picking Notre Dame and Notre Dame to cover.
Yeah, give me Notre Dame to cover.
You're picking both?
Yeah. All right. Was that third one of the night that we agreed on?
Yeah. Three out of 4 we agreed on.
All right. Now let's look
at game number 4. And all right. Before we show it to you, anyone take one guess on the 5th game we're talking about for the weekend?
You won't be able to.
You won't be able to.
You won't be able to. This one's out of left field.
I don't even know if anyone's in here that's actually going to type or not, but we'll just sit here for a second. We'll sit here for a second.
Wrong. We are going to be looking at Idaho and Washington.
Idaho and Washington, chat. Just kidding. We're watching Montana State and Oregon. Psych! Got you all. Imagine. No, I mean, obviously, we're talking about Montana State and Oregon because
Duck fans.
We're both Duck fans, and we told you from last episode, day 1, we will talk about the Oregon game because it's Oregon. I don't know.
I'm just going to start with this. This is going to be assault.
I think it's a good game.
Dante Moore is going to piece them. Piece them all the way.
I hope so. I really hope so. Because I can't go through what I went through last year.
What's against him? What's stopping him? I mean, one wide receiver gone, which he's done with his own.
He has 2 gone. By the way. He has 2 receivers gone.
2 receivers gone. Look. Do more with less. He's backed up last year, and I don't know. I think this is
okay. My counterpoint to that: what was stopping Dylan Gabriel from last year?
Himself.
No, it was the fucking offensive line couldn't block water from a faucet.
Water from.
I don't know. I can't say nosebleed with a tampon twice. So
you should have. That would work a lot better. No, I mean the line problems were against him.
They gave up. Think about it, the offensive line gave up 7 sacks in 2 games last year. That is absolutely abysmal. 250
dribble.
I hope so. Because that means that my favorite player on this Oregon team, DeCorian Moore, is eating up. Oh man.
Lock me in for another over 250. Lock me in.
Does he have? Okay, so we use Prize Picks. Hey, Prize Picks, if you see this,
Sponsor us.
sponsor us. Hey,
I
use you. I use you.
I will tattoo Prize Picks right here if you
I will,
sponsor
I
us.
will tattoo Prize Picks right on my eyeballs. Prize Picks. I won't, but
I will.
what was I saying? Oh, then so they lose Evan Stewart's injury and Jurion Dickey to personal reasons.
Yikes.
But that means that Decorian Moore, Justice Lowe, I don't think a receiver. I think he'll go over 250, but no receiver will stand out this year.
I do like Justice Lowe. I like the fact that he's going to be hungry getting out there. Not this hungry, but other hungry. He's going to be hungry getting out there. He's going to want that ball. And I think Dante Moore, he knows that, hey, this is it. This is my chance. I've got to get after this.
It's his year. Supposedly, oh my god, if any of you know how Dan Lanning is, he is not named a starting quarterback yet. But
it's going to be Dante Moore.
It's most likely going to be Dante Moore. Wow. Tarleton State just beat Army. Wow.
What the hell is a Tarleton State?
Welcome to college football. But okay.
Go Tees.
Tomorrow, look out for Decorian Moore looking for Kenyon Sadiq, who will.
Sadiq's a baller. He's a player.
Is a freak. Kenyon Sadiq or Decorian Moore. Okay, let me give you three. Kenyon Sadiq, Decorian Moore, Justice Lowe. Those are the three receivers. The three names to know.
Yep.
Because
Sadiq is going to be big because big guy. He's gonna bully players. Big tight end.
I think call me a homer, call you want. I think he might be the best tight end in the country.
That's not.
I don't know. Think of like Brock Bowers, but better.
I thought you were gonna say the other B word.
What? What?
Nothing. No, I mean Sadiq, proven guy.
He's not proven. He's put up stats, but he has not. He's not been a starting tight end before. This is his first year starting, so it's gonna be. I'm curious how he's gonna perform as actually being the number one guy. I think he will. Because he's a freak.
He's gonna go out there and do what he does best. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I know.
Look at his first touchdown pass in the Big Ten championship game. Wheel route, hurdles a guy who literally standing up almost
as a tight end. As a tight end, like that. You know how big that is.
You don't do that.
You are a big boy doing all that. I'm excited to see what he has under, especially because is Dickey out for how many games? Indefinitely.
Until Lanning says, "Hey, you're back."
And Dickey, I mean,
another name to put out here, Kyler Casper. He's been on the team for 4 years now, and he's 6'3", 6'4". He's huge. He's a red zone threat.
Yeah, but let's say that something doesn't work out with Sadiq. I feel like he's gonna step right in there. Look, I'm just saying, off chance.
I
still feel like
don't say that about Kenyon Sadiq.
I still feel like Sadiq's proven.
He will be a breakout star this year.
Sadiq is that guy, but don't sleep on Casper if the need comes to it. Do not sleep on him. Georgia Tech just got touchdown.
I think Oregon. There's so many questions about this Oregon team because there's so much unproven potential. Because I mean, just like everywhere. I mean, they brought Dylan Thieneman in as a safety. Might be probably the best transfer pickup of any team anywhere.
Yep.
But like outside of that, you lose your top 6, top 7 defensive backs. So you're having freshmen, transfers. You're having whoever come in to fill those voids. Who, I mean, they had a top 3 class, type 5 class, recruiting class last year. They brought Naeem Offord. They brought Trey McNutt, who won't play. He broke his leg, sadly. They brought Dorian Bruin, Brandon Finian. They got dudes on that side of the ball. It's just the problem is just they're young. They haven't played before.
Yeah.
I think a name to know on the defensive side, Ifeoma Degbu.
Dan Lanning, he's good at shaping guys. He's good at taking hunks of stone and making statues.
So called, as a lot of people don't like to say this, but they can develop players. In case anyone didn't know that, I know it's new knowledge.
Don't crucify us.
I know it's new knowledge to people, but Oregon and Dan Lanning can develop players. But
Dan Lanning.
I mean, to be fair,
Dan Lanning's him.
We're gonna find out tomorrow because we're gonna see how well he developed Dante Moore. Because I mean, if you're going, hey, you think of Dante Moore, you probably think of, oh, he started at UCLA a few games. Oh, he threw 11 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. 4 of them were like pick sixes. Yeah, that's not very good. But he willingly, openly said, hey, I'm not ready for this. I need to go sit behind a veteran quarterback and learn,
and be ready.
Develop, and wait my turn and see, like, okay, this is what it's actually like and what it takes to be a starting quarterback.
The thing I like about it, he has an end game for himself. He knows what he wants to be. He knew he wasn't ready then. He knows that he's going to be out there now. He knows that he's going to need to get it done. I think that Dan Lanning, especially sitting behind Bo Nix for a year, probably one of the best things he could have picked. Maybe just because I'm an Oregon fan, but...
You know, who? Moore?
Yeah, Dante Moore.
Stefan Gabriel.
Or Gabriel, yeah. Sorry. I watched a bunch of Bronco highlights earlier. Look, Oregon fan through and through, like the 49ers. Watch Colorado.
Do you know that 49ers drafted the most Oregon players?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Shout out to LaMichael James. Sorry it didn't work out. I was really hoping you'd be that guy for the Niners. We're getting off track, though. Got a little resentment.
Anywho, back to the game.
Behind Gabriel, he had some stuff, but who doesn't?
I like Dante Moore. Yes, Dylan Gabriel is a gamer. All right, he showed up in the biggest games, the biggest moments. He's the reason we went 12-0. I mean, think of the Ohio State game, the pull to give us, like, not to go ahead, but to take the lead in the fourth quarter, and then he drove us down the field to get in the field goal range against Ohio State. I mean, that gamers do that. I mean, Dante Moore couldn't have done that last year, but that's why he learned and sat behind him. Dante Moore, I like Dante Moore a lot. He's bigger than Gabriel.
Yeah.
Gabriel is like 5'10". I think Dante Moore is 6 foot, 6'2". He's big.
Yeah.
I think the offense is gonna look different this year. Not schematically, but I think they'll be able to use the middle of the field more because I think Moore can see it.
Yeah.
Gabriel cannot see the middle of the field.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a reshape. They're going to work around his height a lot, too. There's going to be a lot more of infield stuff. I expect a lot of in routes from Sadiq. That's where I think he's going to hit him the most.
I think that's what hit DeCorian Moore the most because I'll think a lot more up in the slot and compare DeCorian Moore to Tez Johnson. Tez Johnson was a lot of, okay, let's get the ball in space, go create, run short hitches, make the first 10 minutes, get downfield. That's what I think he'll do with DeCorian Moore. And Sadiq, they just give him the ball. They'll run tight end sweeps, they'll run tight end screens, they'll run jet passes, they'll throw down the field.
He's a proven runner too. I mean, once again, look back to that insane hurdle.
He reaches like 24, 25 miles per hour.
Yeah. I wish you guys could have seen my face on that. Jaw on the floor. Same thing as when the field got rushed last year. Historic moment, in my opinion, my humble opinion.
Ohio State game? Yeah. Oh, side rant, side conversation. Let's see. I wish I didn't think about it until afterwards. I wish I would have put my phone up to film myself watching the final. Like,
that could be something fun. Do live reacts.
Okay, maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. We'll go live on YouTube and break down how we did. Or actually, no, we can't because Notre Dame plays on Sunday. Frick.
Potentially Monday.
To
be determined.
TBD. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I wish I would have put my phone up on, and just recorded myself the last 5 minutes of that game, because and I was wearing a watch
Oh,
because my wife wanted to like track my heart rate. I was in the 200s the entire fucking game, and I didn't sit down because it was Oregon, Ohio State, whatever, but I was at home and I was hoarse. I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak, and it was great. Anyway, Montana State, they're a good FCS team. They're better than Idaho last year. Like, and Oregon beat Iowa by 10. Actually, I think I read a stat where they played Idaho twice last year, and I think they outscored them combined both games 96-24. Like it's not gonna
not
be
a
easy.
small margin. That's all I know.
It's tomorrow. It's gonna be a tough game. Montana State is starting a quarterback that came in from Stanford when Oregon played them in 2023. So he's gonna be mobile. But Montana State, they're gonna what?
Set Dion on the screen.
Montana State is going to run the ball again, and then run the ball some more. They're gonna absolutely smash mouth the rock. So, but luckily, I think the strongest unit of our defense is his defensive line. So, I'm just ready to watch the game. I'm an Oregon fan. I can't wait.
Yeah, the bias in me wants to say Oregon's going to destroy them. It's going to be a complete blowout. Everything else me knows that we can't fall asleep. We are going to have to be aware of ourselves.
As Oregon fans, we want them to actually blow out. As podcast hosts here,
we understand that life comes quick. It's going to be all, especially
Oregon better be ready to go.
Yeah, especially with such a young and not necessarily inexperienced, but as a group inexperienced secondary. You are going to have someone come in and immediately stand out. You're going to have someone who shows, do not throw to my part of the field, or you will regret it.
I think that's going to be Thieneman. Thieneman will take away. I think Thieneman's a different safety that Oregon's ever had with Dan Lanning so far. He's a field general. Like Kobe Savage was a hard hitter. And then Brian Bennett Brian Williams and Evan Williams, they were both heavy hitters. They weren't coverage guys. But this year, Thieneman is hey, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna cover, and he'll get interceptions. That's what we need. And then I think Naeem Offord was gonna see some playing time. Naeem Offord is he'll see playing time this year. Whether that's nickel as a defensive back, I'm not sure, but if he doesn't see playing time, at least okay. So Oregon's favored by 27.5 points. I hope they cover it. So that means that secondary is too inexperienced. They are very inexperienced. Apart from Thieneman, it's new everybody.
Yeah, nothing big. No big plays that I can think of off the top of my head that any of them really. A couple guys, of course, brand new. So
I don't really entirely like. Jalil Florence is coming back off of injury, which how is he gonna play? We have Dylan Thieneman in the set on the top, like being the Lone Ranger in the back, but we have the defensive line, Mateo and Tatum Tuioti are going to eat this year. They're going to be a tandem to reckon with. Yep. Question is, Bear Alexander, what are you going to get from him?
I unfortunately don't feel like a lot. I get a really bad
he's a good player. The problem is he has not reached his full potential yet. Yeah. And can Dan Lanning get that out of him? I don't know.
Dan Lanning is a motivator, but there's a lot of spots on the team that he needs to motivate, and he knows.
I don't think there's a lot.
That secondary is going to take a lot of work.
It's going.
That second.
Yes, but they also brought in. They just brought in the best secondary haul they've ever brought in as a recruiting class.
Yes, but I think that I'm gonna say it's gonna be a rough 5 weeks for that secondary. It's gonna be rough first a little bit. They're gonna get their
we're
footing.
gonna find out.
We will find out. That's where me and you differ. I look at that secondary as just a slab of granite. Dan Lanning's been chipping away. I think they'll get into something, but it is going to take a minute to get there.
I think Oregon's reached the point where they're not rebuilding. They're reloading. They're reloading this defense for they're reloading this defense to be ready for what's coming this next season. Dan Lanning's message at Big Ten Media Day was, "All right, we went 12-0 last year. We're gonna double down." That's what he said. We're doubling down, and oh my god! All right, a 1995 Toyota pickup 4x4. Get the fuck out of my chat. I'm just kidding. I'm just yes, it's unproven, but Dan Lanning is able to get it done. I think it. The nice thing is they have not a quick, but they have 4 weeks to figure out how to play football.
Yeah.
Until they take on Penn State.
At this point, I do not have a good outlook for that one.
We'll get to that one in 5 weeks.
We'll get to that one in 5 weeks. It's going to be a drag until then. My prediction for this game, I do think Oregon's going to have it. I think it's going to be closer than anyone likes, though.
I think Oregon wins. I think Montana State covers.
That's what I was saying. I think they're going to cover that, especially.
I will pay money to be wrong. I will pay great money to be wrong. I'll pay great money to be wrong. But are we both taking Oregon?
Yep, Oregon with Montana covering.
It's hard.
As a fan, everything in me is like
as a fan.
Oregon's the greatest.
There's a reason why we probably shouldn't pick this game because
bias.
Yeah. And
but being Oregon fans, we can't resist.
I mean, I want to talk about the game.
I feel like we make educated picks.
I think Oregon's gonna win the game, and cover. I think it'll be they'll win. I think they'll win by 27 or something like that. But I don't know what this Oregon team is yet. I mean, I think Dante Moore will be good. I think this offense will be good. I think the defense will be good.
I think there's a lot of spots that they still need to iron out.
I think, and
there's no definitives. I mean,
I don't know yet.
Going into it this time last year, there was a lot of stuff that we knew about this team.
Yeah, the team that they had last year was
returnees,
veteran. They brought everything back, but look at the first 2 weeks. The offensive line coach wore a T-shirt the whole week of practice during the Boise State game week that said 2.5 rush yard average. That's what they averaged against Idaho. 2.5 rush yard. That's horrendous.
Yeah, no, that is.
And giving up 7 sacks is horrible. Yeah. But then they figured it out and they went undefeated. Sadly, they ran into the best team in the country in Ohio State, and they actually figured out how to throw the football correctly to Jeremiah Smith. Who would have thunk? But all right, Oregon.
I'm not fair.
Sad days that was.
Yeah,
we have Montana. You have Montana State covering as well.
Yeah, this week it's been. Last week we different on just about everything. This week we're thinking a lot of the same stuff.
So those are the games of the week. Now we're gonna recap as many games as we can for last week. Okay, this game's being played. This game's being played. Nebraska at Cincinnati.
Once again, I'd like to apologize to Drevel. I took that 250. I thought for sure it was done deal. 7 yards away. Raiola. Put down the Crayolas and play some ball next time. especially when there's money on the line. Not from me, but also from Drevel. I
Or
can take me
Drevel.
losing money. Drevel, I like that guy. He called me smart.
So we both picked Nebraska. Was it? It was 20-17, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. So okay. So we both picked Nebraska. We both took the under, which both hit. But Cincinnati covered because Nebraska was 6.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
So we're 2 for 2. And then this one, Stanford at Hawaii.
I was wrong.
Aiden picked Stanford. I picked Hawaii. Hawaii won. What was the score? It was a 3-point game.
Yeah, it was 20.
I think it was under 50.5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so we both took the under though. So I'm 4 for 4. Aiden is 3 for 4.
Not bad odds so far.
And
Got a little disappointed. Luck. You're being a Dion right now. Please stop.
Iowa
Please.
State at Kansas State. We both put Kansas State. Iowa State won it by 3, so that means Iowa State covered. You took the over of 49.5. I took the under. What was the final score of that game?
I think I got the over on that one.
There's no way it was it?
I think it was 36 to.
No, it was a 3-point game. Let's look it up real quick. What? You look it up. Oh. All right.
Premium.
We'll. This is really bad
Filler time.
hosting. Sorry.
Filler time right here. I'm going to back up to my thoughts on Stanford. Disappointed. Very, very disappointed. Losing to the Rainbow Warriors. I don't know what that says about you, but Andrew Luck, you're becoming a Dion in my mind right now. Change. Be the man you can be. I hate it when a name becomes like Manning situation.
He's had one game.
I know. That's why I'm trying not to be too judgmental, but change for the better. I believe in you. I like you as a quarterback.
24-21.
So it was under.
I went 5 for 6.
5 for 6, and I went 4 for 6.
All right, let's actually. Okay, so
look, that's still over 50%. Sometimes you take what you can get.
And then we picked Georgia Tech at Colorado. We both picked Georgia Tech, which they are winning.
Yep. So currently we are in fourth quarter, 9 minutes 40 seconds. Colorado's got 20. Colorado's got 13. GT's got 20.
20-13, Georgia Tech. He took the over on the spread. I took the under.
Bad idea. Pick the over.
54.5 is the spread. So, yeah. All right,
I was thinking a lot more of a shootout in comparison, but
I didn't know what I was getting from Georgia Tech. Likes to run the ball. They don't put up a lot of points. Yeah. I didn't know what I was getting for the other one. And the other game we talked about was Auburn at Baylor. We both picked Baylor, which I think they're losing right now. And the spread was Auburn minus 2.5. The over-under was 57.5. Aiden took the under. I took the over. And I need to score to 31-17. That's 48. So, yeah, Auburn is up 31-17. Not looking good for Baylor.
There's a chance, though. I could be right on the over.
You picked the under.
I thought I picked over on
that. I picked the over. You picked the under.
Look, if anyone else scores in this game, there's going to be problems. That'll put me at 50%. I've been wrong enough. If I go for a 50% tonight.
Basically, 48? So 10 points and you lose.
Just to let you know, right now we are Auburn 31, Baylor 17, third quarter, 37 seconds left. So there's still a whole quarter of football to play. God bless. Doesn't look good.
Hey, who knows, though? We've seen crazier things happen.
Yep.
All right, do you have anything else?
No, I just message for the audience. Appreciate your patience on all this. I had better notes for this deleted them on accident, so flew a little blind today. Once again, please drop any suggestions you have for us if you like us over here better, if you like the old way better. We're always open for suggestions. If you have any games you want picked, or literally anything you want us to talk about, football, college football wise, we will gladly talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much else for me. Appreciate you guys tuning in again.
Yep, it's been real. It's been fun. Hey, round of applause to everyone for making it all the way to week 1 of college football. Yes, we had week 0 last week, but I mean,
Who watches?
we had Farmageddon, but I mean, that was it. But hey, week 1's here.
This is where it starts.
Take tomorrow. Wake up. Hey, also, man, don't forget this, Coach. Thank you for everything you've done on game day. You've been phenomenal. You've been amazing. I might cry watching your headgear pick tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. You've been a big part of my life every Saturday during college football. Shit, bro. No kidding. But
Again.
shh, we're live. You can't say that. But we're gonna miss you.
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday's gonna be different.
Who do you think he's gonna pick tomorrow? Ohio State or Texas?
He's a smart man. He's a Texas guy.
He's picking Ohio State.
He's
picking his first love, Ohio State.
I think that Love can only go so far in the game. He's a smart man. He knows what Texas has. He's aware.
Nah.
All right, well, tune in for that one. We're gonna save that one. Yeah, we're going to watch. Hopefully, some BTA from Texas.
All right, don't forget. Hey, tomorrow, wake up. You have a full 3 days of college football coming up. Not full, but you have Saturday tomorrow. You have Sunday. You got Notre Dame. Monday, we didn't even get to talk about the game, but we got Bill Belichick coming in against TCU.
We're going to see what Bill can do.
What can Bill Belichick do in college football? We're about to find out on Monday.
Not much.
All right, this has been Two Bros Talking Ball. We will catch y'all next week. Peace out.